you. Welcome, everybody, to Big Gamer Small Talk. We are live. We are trying something new. Happy VD Day to all you lonely losers.
Disease Day.
Yes, yes, to all you gaming losers that don't have anybody. Welcome to a bunch of grown men who are going to talk about video games for the next hour or so. Yeah,
women talk about plastic on Valentine's Day.
We're gonna damage control and have a little bit of fun at the same time. Next Gen's voice is still messed up from all the crying he's been doing. But there's
Microsoft cock, that micro cock I've been sucking throughout the years.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how things go. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Obviously there's a lot of stuff going on. This Quantum Break news is still pretty big news, so I figured that'd be. Yeah, still trending. Well, it'll be good to talk about. Here's what gets caught up in all this, right? Quantum Break looks absolutely fantastic. This game looks like one of the first true next generation experiences. And I think that what's getting lost up in all this drama and stuff is the fact that this is actually looking like a really great game. And so hopefully everybody, Xbox fans or PC fans or whatever, can put all of that stuff aside and just kind of focus on what's looking like a really great game. This is the cover of Game Informer, the cover of Official Xbox Magazine. That new trailer looked absolutely phenomenal.
The graveyard one?
Yeah.
No, I have to cut you off. They said there are no cutscenes. It's all in real time. Yeah. There's no CGI. I'm sorry, not cutscenes. There's no CGI. Everything you see is all in real time. I think that's bananas, man.
So how much of this game on Xbox One side is DX12? It's just all set.
The whole game, everything's
it has to be DX12 for them to be able to do that. Yeah.
Which again, like something we've been talking about. This is the first game built from the ground up that we're seeing on the console side with DirectX 12, and your Xbox One, whether you like it or not, is a Windows 10 device, and it's the same DX12 for the PC side of things that it is on the Xbox One console. You know what I mean? So, I asked Phil, I didn't hear anything about, but I just hope that the versions that we have been seeing have indeed been the console version. You know what I mean?
Well, Aaron Greenberg came out and said that everything we've seen thus far, every piece of footage, game and in-game, has been all Xbox One. So, here's the thing. Are we going to get a chance to have any of the gaming media finally come out and say something as crazy as, holy shit, we didn't know the Xbox One actually was this powerful? Because, I mean, this game could possibly be not only the most beautiful looking thing we've seen this generation, but I think it's going to be the Gears of War of Xbox One generation. You know what I'm saying? So this is a game changer. This is when people say, "Oh, that's where the new standard is."
Well, hold on, Mooch. Let me just correct you for a second there. Not like, well, that's your opinion. I think that this is Microsoft's, I guess, Uncharted or adventure game. You know what I'm saying? This isn't like the multiplayer / great single player. This is their real story-driven game, in my opinion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I think it is. Like this is something they've never had before, as far as like a first-party type game. This is like that really story-driven game. That, in my opinion, I think that we have just my opinion. You can still think it's the Gears. I just think that it's the story-driven game.
No, I didn't mean.
What you mean by the Gears? You know, when Gears came out last generation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I get you. Like,
I don't mean it's the Gears of War. Oh my God, no, there's no real correlation there. What I'm saying, dude, is that like when people in 2007 put Gears of War in, that was what everyone said. It's usually just held to a standard. That was the time that everybody said, "Oh, now I know that. Wow, look at the difference we've made going from the original to this." I think that this is a lot of people, including us on BGST. What do we say every single week? We're like a little let down. It's more of the same, right? Yeah, a little bit more of a paint job we've gotten this year. This is the first time I think we're going to sit there and go, our jaws are going to drop, and we're going to be like, "Wow, this is something I didn't expect to see. This is amazing." So. And I think it's due to DX12. I think it's what we used to, all the bullshit we used to call the secret sauce and all that other garbage. Listen, call it whatever you want. Secret sauce, embedded this, technology unknown, DX12, whatever you want to call it. This is something that this is what Z's been saying for years and years. When Albert Pinello said people don't realize what we have in this box. This box is already optimized and ready to rock and roll for such things as DX12. As you can see, the minimum specs that were released for PC, people now have to go out and make new purchases to get what this DX12 is giving you. So
Yeah, the minimum was
Xbox One already has
760 Ti or something.
yeah, it already has it internally. So this is we're about to see how powerful this Xbox One is, and guess what? This is and I think it's funny because asshole sites that are PlayStation fans, they're already running with, well, Vulcan's coming. Well, Vulcan's coming. Brad Wardell's on basically
Sony
on notice. He said that Sony has no plans to incorporate Vulcan at this point in time. Not never, but at this point in time. So there's no
Sony said that, not
developers
even so much
working
Brad
at all on that.
Wardell. Sony have said that them themselves.
Right, so that means they're years out from this. So anything in the world that was more power in the PS4 as of April 5th, in my personal opinion, and I can be proven wrong when the game comes out, but, I mean, there's already critics kind of talking on Twitter. This game is about to bury, it'll bury the power discussion. That's what this game's going to do. It's going to bury the power discussion between the two consoles. And as a matter of fact, in my personal opinion, it's going to put Xbox in the forefront.
Well, again, I'll let you new to Big Game or Small Talk. That's something that, and we've gotten. I've gotten a lot of flack, and maybe my little flack that I've gotten over some of those blanket statements that I've made about the Rec X12. Maybe spilled it to some of you guys saying that we don't know what the hell we're talking about. Fanboys, and it's not going to. DX12 is not going to do shit for the Xbox One. Rich Reeds and all those guys. But again, and I guess people go down to this whole resolution game. Some games are not 1080p. But I've told you guys then, whether you believe me or not, that the Xbox One wasn't made. What DirectX 11 is kind of a hindrance to the Xbox One. It's not about being coated close to the metal. It's not about that. What DirectX 12 does is that everything, without getting too technical in the Xbox One, is going to be firing on all cylinders. You know what I mean? Everything. Just the fact that we all, you subscribe to the fact, well, I got a multi-core GPU and all that stuff. But even with all that, with DirectX 11 and down, only one core can talk to the GPU at a time. Now with DirectX 12, all of the cores can converse with the GPU, and that in itself frees up so many resources. You know what I mean? Without getting to all the texture mapping and all that extra shit, but just the fact that every core that you have, it's 8 core. I mean, I think 2 cores are allocated to the OS or whatever. Between the 6 cores or whatever, can converse with the GPU at the same time. Like, that frees up so many resources. Now, and again, not to put this as Uncharted versus what's the name of the goddamn game we talked about here? Quantum Break. But those are I guess Uncharted is Sony flagship title when it comes to, like you say, in terms of visuals. Yeah. And just going by what we're seeing right now from their trailer, if Aaron Greenberg are being honest, and that's not the PC version, and everything that we saw so far has been the Xbox One version, it's not even close. You know what I mean? It's not saying that Uncharted doesn't look good or it's not a good-looking game. I'm not saying that. But this right here sets the bar as far as graphic visual, destroys Witcher 3, Batman Arkham, everything that we've seen coming up this far. A Quantum Break, it's above and beyond.
Well, it should. They've taken their sweet ass time putting this game together. So, and I guess look, if you go back and listen to Aaron Greenberg did an interview. I'm not sure who else has read it. He said the reason why they waited so long to announce it for the PC as well was because it wasn't ready. They weren't sure it was going to be ready day and date. But with DX12 and it being a DX12 title, it was easier to port, and so that's why it is. I mean, whether that's forgivable or just a line of bullshit, it's up for interpretation. In my opinion, again, a lot of people were upset or aware. Oh man, you got owned by Phil Spencer, crap gamer. Well, if you go by that one tweet, sure, because he made it seem like I was upset that it was going to PC, which wasn't the case. I'm fine with it going to PC. I was a little bit upset with it, the fact that people who own a capable PC maybe bought an Xbox One because Microsoft kept denying it was going to PC. And realistically, I was just trying to look out for my fellow gamers. But at the end of the day, whether you buy, that's why I've kind of switched my whole stance, man. I just love everything Windows, man. With the Win 10 fam, that's just what it's all about, in my opinion. We gotta be, what I'm saying. Look, Microsoft essentially pulled themselves out of the console war, right? Because there is no console war. If you look at what does Microsoft consider the Xbox One? A Windows 10 device, right?
Yes.
So it's a How many Windows 10 devices are out there? Over 200 million. So what's 200 million up against how many PS4s are out there? 37 million.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
game over, folks.
Right.
Game over.
And
So
that's the whole idea here. And I was telling Crap this on his channel when we did this. Was it 2 days ago? We did a show, and I'll be honest with you, PC does not matter. It doesn't affect anybody.
it's so irrelevant,
It's
honestly.
irrelevant. It really is. All this is them being like, hey, we're also paying attention to those other people. It's like, okay, great, thanks. It's awesome. I mean, it's irrelevant. It really is. So all it does is it continues to give people who want to buy into the Microsoft brand more options. That's all it is. I mean, let's be honest. We deal with the hardcore gamer. That's the people we have our ear to the ground and we talk to. No one that we talk to plays PC and console. Some people say I have both, but then it's immediately followed by, but I only play on blank. Then they'll either say PC or console. In that Steam survey, 67% of people playing PC games on Steam have a PC powerful as the Wii. Not even the Wii U. So, you know what I mean? It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's really not a big deal at all. And I think that, I think with time and more articles that came out, more quotes from the executives, we see that it's really just added service and not necessarily any kind of sabatage. You know what I mean? I think that's where we're going.
I mean, look.
As far as the between the Windows side and but here's my thing again. I'm sorry, you can not cutting it off. My issue again, it's not so much about the game going to Windows 10. And I've said before, it's Microsoft's own their own API, their own OS. It's not. I say the game was going to Steam. That's something different. But it's all in house. No one complains about God of War being on the Vita, God of War being on the PSP, God of War being on the PS3.
Hey, next gen. Nobody's saying, hey, guess what? You can get Street Fighter V right now on PC. There's codes out for $30.
Yeah.
$30.
Yeah, where's all the people lined up?
Nobody's talking about that. Why aren't they talking about it? Because it's PlayStation, right? It only makes sense when it's when it's Xbox. So I think that alone says itself. And look, I'm all for people supporting it. Look, if Microsoft has to do this to keep things going this generation to get him to next generation, then I'm fine with it.
I don't think it's that dire though. I don't believe it's that dire.
Well, anytime
those sales maybe 50,000.
Yeah. Well, anytime you can get there's not a competition for me. I'm cool with the PC guys playing it. You need Windows 10, you need DirectX 12. You're supporting a direct Microsoft first-party product. It's on Windows 10. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You can't sit there and go nanny your game's on PC because you're on the same fucking ecosystem. It's all one shit. It's all Win10 fam. In fact, I got my own hashtag Win10 fam shirts thanks to Jay Williams. So make sure you guys check that stuff out on the Redbubble links, man. I've got them all over the Twitter account and stuff. Go check them out, man. Hashtag Win10 fam. You see, you PC guys, we're all in the same situation. We're fam now. You're supporting Xbox. We're supporting Xbox. You're paying for us to get more games. That's how it is, man. It's all one happy family. Let's just deal with it.
It's even a bigger happy family than that because now the media has to love part of this, doesn't?
Oh, you know what? The PC version of this game is going to get a 90+ easy.
Absolutely. It'll be 97 on PC and maybe a 72 on Xbox One. Same.
But you know what's crazy?
I think it'll get an 85 Xbox One, and it'll get like a 92, 93 on PC.
What's going to happen is though, you're going to have Digital Foundry. You're going to have they're going to have Quantum Break running on a fucking Titan XZ or whatever the fuck you want to call it, compared to the Xbox One version. I guarantee you, man. So they're going to downplay how good Quantum Break is. But again, my only issue, and not saying it's the issue, my only issue is, if all their exclusives are going to go to Windows 10, cool. But my only thing, and again, is that, as far as the console got here, because again, that I feel as though they get, well, they did not feel they do get Xbox Live for free. What's going to be our perk on our side over here? Just speaking from the console gamers. You know what I mean? They getting games day and date as as us, which is cool. I don't have a problem with that. What about the multiplayer side of things? They don't pay for Xbox Live.
They
Well,
don't, and they were. Did you see some of the arguments yesterday with
No.
that? Like yeah, there was an argument. Like Tim was having an argument with
Oh yeah,
somebody
that guy.
about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot the guy's
Yeah,
name.
he's
Tag
like,
man.
but look, yeah, it's like if you're playing, an Xbox One game, you have Xbox Live. If you're using even Steam or whatever, you can use the Xbox app. You know what I mean? And here's the funny thing: like people in the chat box I'm watching right now, they're like, Street Fighter V is gonna push PS4 units. You'll see. And I'm like,
no.
how is it that Street Fighter V, a game on PC on Steam no less, gonna push PS4s? But then you guys are saying Xbox done, and Quantum Break's not going to sell Xbox Ones because it's
Right.
on PC. How
Right.
does that
No,
logic make
listen.
any sense to any of you
Every
damn
Good point.
people?
Good point. Good point.
Every
Good point.
jackass in the chat
Good
right
point.
now. These guys, listen, I said this
Good
again. I
point.
said this on Crap's channel. I'll say it again on BGST, okay? This is important for everyone to realize. Sony can't follow Microsoft down this trail. They're fucked.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
are
see, he
absolutely.
agreed.
Yeah, she agrees. That's right. Maya was like, bang, bang. You know, I'll be honest with you, for real, like, they cannot follow down this road. This is another strength Microsoft has. You know, and look at, whether we want to sit here and depict all the little small characters and what's going on and what Microsoft should have done and their wording, regardless, it's a strength in Sony's fuck. And all these guys right now, look at this guy, Omiziak Mooch, you're an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy doesn't even, what is he? He's probably like, he follows and trolls us so much, the man doesn't even have a video game to play. Like, you know, like, there's nothing out there for these guys. Street Fighter V is not going to sell consoles. It's not that big of a deal. It's going to do well in Japan. Again, Japan is even more irrelevant to me than the PC. Who cares? You know, I don't care what Japan's sales are. You know what I mean? So,
I agree.
Go ahead, Crap.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm just.
I'm sorry.
Like a lot of-
You hit it
Yeah.
you hit the nail on the head there when you said if you buy your own, you're saying that, and like, even I have to step back and have to think about it. Like, but then what about their hardware division? And if you're gonna say that Street Fighter V is gonna sell a lot of PS4s, even though it's on Steam right now for $30, why wouldn't, if you buy your own logic, your own theory, why wouldn't Quantum Break sell a lot of Xbox Ones?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I can say that I'm a Win 10 fan, you know what I mean? I absolutely saw the light, and it was glorious. Let's just, hold on, let me just say this. Let me just say what I gotta say, okay?
I love this shit here.
To those who don't know, back when I lined up back in 2013, November of 2013, I know I was in deep thoughts, wishing, hoping, praying, if you will, that Microsoft would one day unite my love of PC gaming with my love of console gaming. And I know each and every one of you wanted that too. Rejoice, because they've made it a fucking dream come true for all of us. And sure, people, cross-buy will likely only be Microsoft first-party games, so 5-6 a year, which means this feature probably won't have much relevancy long-term. And sure, I grant you that Sony has been doing cross-buy for years, along with game streaming, second screen gaming, and taking your games with you everywhere, and it really hasn't caught on. But now, people, oh yes, now Microsoft is doing it, so it'll definitely be a hit, and I think we should all back it 100%. I will not be happy until Windows 10 is on everything. I want to take a shit in my Windows 10 toilet while gaming on my Windows 10 toilet paper game screen, and until that happens, I will not rest. Go buy a Win 10 fam shirt. Let's all back Microsoft. Let's get these games made. Let's fucking do it. I love it, man. I love you all, man. We're all one big family. Let's get it.
Hey, may I have a question? I had a question for you guys. All right. This is
Yes.
the three of us here today. I have a question. Now, let's look. I see we go to the pros and the cons, the dark side of this. Are they trying to make the Xbox more of a service now, and get out of the hardware
Satya
department?
Nadella is a service guy. Like, I don't know, you didn't watch this, but Mooch, you saw it, right? And we missed the first part, but I went back and rewatched it. Ryan McCafferty, Shaggy from IGN, was interviewed by Tim Dog, Rory Ward, Southbound, and those guys, right? They did a podcast with him. He said that, you know what I mean? He said that Satya Nadella is a services guy, so that's why they're doing it. And he would assume that probably all the games will end up on there. So the more interesting part is the Steam implications that we see as far as that domain registration, right? Hold on, I'll check it out and tell you what it is. You guys, Xbox.steampowered.com was registered, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Steam is coming to Xbox." Well, this is very ambiguous. We don't know what this means. If you look into it, Valve was the one that registered this last July. But I will say this: what this will be, I don't know. Could it be nothing? It might be nothing. Would Steam really work with Microsoft, especially when Microsoft is shutting Steam out as far as like Quantum Break and their big titles? They're probably not going to be on Steam. So why would they work together? But Mikey Barrow did say they're going to have something on the level of backwards compatibility coming, and they would announce it at E3. So this, if it,
what? Backwards
well, he said it would be as big as that, an announcement as big as that this year at E3. So
Yeah.
would some Steam games coming over or a Steam app or something like that on Xbox One be considered? It would mean absolutely nothing.
I'm thinking now that you've got this Windows 10 thing going on, and now Windows 10 is in full effect, the X12's picking up some steam. Not that the X12 comes into play with what I'm about to say is I think you're gonna. I think and I hope this is a little bit more hope than thinking. Family sharing coming back in full effect. And I think that's just something that now that Windows 10 is completely up and running on the device, it's something that we can finally implement. Do I think it's Steam? No, and only one reason. The reason I say no, crap, is I would have said yes a year ago, but now that I see the direction, why would they want to put the Steam app on the Xbox when they're promoting all of their games to be specifically just for Xbox One and Windows 10?
So that's what I'm saying. I don't see.
So now I agree with you said that before. Why would they want to compete
with themselves? Because again, you set yourself crap. This is something that Showstopper we go back and forth with, and you can see it for yourself. Steam is selling Street Fighter for $30. So if Microsoft is selling games for $60 inside their store, then you got Steam selling their games for $30 inside their stores. It's a conflict.
I don't think that that's what it would be. I don't think that it would work like if it is. I'm not saying because I don't actually think this. I'm saying that something integrated with Steam could work. You know, like Xbox games on Steam. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're not getting Steam. Do you see what I'm saying? It's xbox.steampower.com. It would be maybe some Xbox games coming to Steam, right? You see what I'm saying? I don't actually think because
that's a conflict of interest though for Microsoft.
They both selling the game. That like Steam has these fire sales, you know, $2 games, $3 games, and then you see the games inside the Microsoft store. So why would I buy a game from Microsoft for $60 and I go buy it from Steam for $2?
Right, Zaire. Here's my other point on that. Microsoft right now is trying to build this Windows 10 store. So if they're going to build this Xbox store, for the PC, there's no doubt that it may come to Steam in a year or 6 months because look at what backwards compatibility is doing for old games, right? So old games still have a value. We see that now. Everyone knows that. So with that being said, Microsoft will keep, just take Quantum Break for example. They'll keep Quantum Break exclusive to Windows 10 and Xbox One for 12 months. Then sure, dude, let Steam have it. We're not even going to be talking about Quantum Break in April 2017. So let them make another couple of bucks while it's on Steam. If for the sour grapes that didn't want to come over, I mean, it's all about making money. And here's the thing. We are in a what have you done for me lately or a wham bam thank you man when it comes to games. Nobody cares about games. Nobody's talking about Metal Gear Solid 5 anymore. Do you care if Metal Gear Solid 5 was on Wii U tomorrow? Does anybody care? No, it doesn't matter where it is. Who cares where it is? They can make a 360 port. Nobody cares. It's over. So what I'm saying is these games, the launch, the first 4 to 6 weeks are all that really matter. After that, it really doesn't matter console-wise or not. Like all these people say, and by the way, crap, a lot of these people they're trolls that are just bothering you and other people. I bought an Xbox One just for Quantum Break. Go fuck yourself. Honestly. Like, you know what? You're an asshole. If you went and spent $350 for one game and all the other options, features, and media stuff that the console does, you didn't want it, then you deserve to have a $350 brick in your house if you don't want to use it. Fuck yourself. Like, it's just ridiculous that people say things like that. So, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But I think that the Steam thing, I was hoping that it was, I was hoping originally that it would be a Steam app. But now with Windows 10 store progressing and hopefully that they make their games exclusive, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, and it would only hurt their own brand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to do the cross buy, and you buy the game, But here's the thing: the Windows 10 store or whatever Microsoft store, same on PC. You buy games inside there. Same, they're selling games digitally. I don't see them putting a competing service up that you can buy games digitally for. Of course, you have EA Access, but it's not the same. EA Access is a prescription for a service. You got to pay monthly for it, so it's not the same thing. Everyone doesn't have EA Access, you know what I mean, in the
Yeah.
so it's not really the same thing, Even though they are both selling games digitally, you have to subscribe to the service like Netflix a month to get those games at a discounted price, you know what I mean? Which still Microsoft still gets a cut of, regardless, you know what I mean? So I don't know, but the whole Windows Steam thing, I don't. We got to see, wait and see.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna know a lot at the Windows
I
event
hope so.
the 25th.
I hope so.
It'll be interesting to see. I mean, like, I don't think that it's live streamed or anything. So, yeah, it's just going to be like announcements and stuff like that. It'll be interesting. We'll know more of the direction.
I know. That's the only thing to me that's scary. It's like we were going this way, we're going this way, we're going this way, and you know, what I mean, that's the only thing that scares me. Now, one thing I can give Sony, give them props on it, that they've been on the same path since launch. Microsoft, yeah, the TV stuff, and which I didn't have a problem with then. I still don't, you know what I mean? And then we got the whole Windows 10 thing, and there's always been rumored Microsoft wants to do away with the Xbox, division, whatever. All this shit here, but like I said, I will hope so they will make clear more what's the Xbox One future.
See, I'll tell you something, Z, and don't get me wrong, you can make a point in either direction, but coming from where I'm sitting, what you just said is a pro for Sony, for me, is a minus. Like, the fact that here we are 2.5 years in, and that box is, remember, you guys check all the BGSTs, what did I say? When you pull that thing out of the box, that's all you got for the entire generation. That thing hasn't done anything new. It won't do anything new. It'll just pop a disc in. It'll play it. And you guys are saying that's great. It's really not. Because every 2 years when a new phone comes out, when you go get a new laptop, when you go get a new computer, when you get your new car, what's the first thing you ask every salesman? So what's this one got that the other one don't? Right?
Yeah.
So why is it we're asking those questions? Because we want new technology. And Microsoft, yes, sometimes when you're getting new stuff, you get some follies. You get your new car.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I was like, damn, that sounds like me. But like, literally, when you literally go buy these things, you want new technology. You want to immerse. You want to go forward. And Microsoft's gonna. What do they say? You win some, you lose some. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you get up to fight another day.
But,
and
let me ask you this, just in a kind of all seriousness kind of way. Like, do you think that, like, just taking us out of the equation, that the general Xbox fans and public is maybe a little too accepting of this, just like, not from our opinion, of too accepting of this change, because they're all like I see some people, and I don't want to rain on their parade too much. So it's like, they're like, oh man, you'll get a free PC. They think that every game that they buy is going to get a free PC copy, and that's not going to be the case. It's going to be mostly first-party stuff. I don't see, people are like, man, I'm going to get NBA 2K on Xbox, and they're going to give me a free PC version. That's not really going to be the case. You're going to see, like, the first-party stuff do some of that, but
yeah, it's third-party.
Yeah, because look, that's the problem that Sony's had too, right? They've had cross-play and cross-buy and stuff like that. With PC as well as their own stuff, and the third parties never want to take a part of that, right? Like, there's many games that are on Vita and PlayStation 4 or 3 that are third party, and none of them are cross buys. The only cross buys that they have are first party stuff or stuff they published.
Wait,
so
what was your question? Can you ask the question? Now, was your question to, you said, are the hardcore gamers to accept it, or the general public?
Do you think they're a little bit just think that this is how it's gonna be for everything? Because the way that Microsoft made it seem was, oh well, this is gonna be a platform feature, but that just means that with first party stuff, like, I hate to say that, like, I don't want to burst people's parade because people are genuinely excited, and I don't really want to shit on that. But if they think they're gonna get 2 copies with every game just because some of the first parties are doing that, I think that they're gonna be a little disappointed.
Here's the thing: people seem that people are excited. I mean. Yeah, because it's free, but would you be able to really take advantage of what they give you for free? Because you see the minimum, you need a 760 Ti, which the minimum specs. People that play on PC, people that play on Xbox, play on Xbox. I'm not saying you may not have both, but I don't think too many Xbox gamers have that's capable of running Quantum Break.
But you can do this same feature in cross play and cross buy, I believe, with the Vita, right?
With some games, Sony games, but they tried to get third parties, but they wouldn't.
Well, here's the thing, though. Microsoft is going to definitely what they're going to do. I don't know. We're not in those meetings. Microsoft's going to sweet talk some of them. Do I think they're going to get all third party? Absolutely not.
No.
They're going to get a lot of them. How about a lot of games that come out? Let's use a game for example. Okay, let's use Homefront. Homefront is going to tank. It's going to be awful.
The beta is harder. Yeah,
the masses are not going to buy it. But guess what? All of a sudden, Microsoft, just like backwards compatibility with certain things, they're also now saying, "Hey, buy the Xbox One version. We're going to give you the PC version." Well, now people are like, "Well, all right. I wasn't going to buy it, but I guess, right?" Like you got to think about it. It's the same shit. Like there's kids that buy fucking cereal boxes because they want the piece of shit toy at the bottom, not because they like cereal. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing, guys. This is not any different than what's happened for the past 100 years. It's just new news to our ear hairs. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. So what I'm saying to you is, all this does is get more people in Microsoft seats. That's all they give a shit. And don't get me wrong, that's not belittling them. That's their job. You know, and like, crap, you were in a heavy-duty conversation on Twitter with some people, and they were like, crap, all we really want is Microsoft to end up making more money so that we can get our exclusives, our sequels, more games made. And you were like, all right, you were like, okay, I'm dancing with you on that. I get it. And that's really what it boils down to, is the more money that Microsoft gets. It's not that they're going to get. The Xbox is truly the dream that Bill Gates wanted. Remember when this article came out like 6 months ago, where now there's a Windows 10 device in everybody's living room? That's not the case with a PC. Look at me and Zaire. I'm bad. I shouldn't say Z because I think Z's got a PC too. But I don't. I got Macs in the house. You know what I mean? Like, but now I got
some
a Windows
Microsoft
10.
fanboys you are. Come on.
Right? Hey, listen, I keep it American, Apple, California. But like, of course, everybody troll will be like, well, everything's made in, China. Well, no shit. Yeah. No shit. So's your PC. Like, my point is just that, like, the whole thing is now I have a Windows 10 device in my home, and okay, am I gonna go buy a gaming PC? No, I'm not. But I will tell you this much. I'm very close to buying not a gaming PC, but a regular PC to have in the house for things like streaming and other things that Windows 10 gives me, because they're doing what Apple has already been doing. Not to steal Microsoft sales, but when I buy an app on my iPhone, it works on the iPad, it works on my iMac, and if it's appropriate for it, it works on the Apple TV. You understand where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Now you buy a game for your Xbox, you could play it on your PC, you could play it. Now hear me out. You're right here, crap. This is where you've been right. I don't want that. I don't need that. Now, that goes for me, too. I also, with the free copy of Quantum Break on PC, is going to do nothing but be a giveaway on Crossfire Podcast. You know what I mean? I'm not going to use it. But my point being is that on my Apple devices, when I buy a game on my phone that my son wants to play or something like that, I'm not playing it on my iMac. I'm not playing it on my Apple TV. Can I? Yes. Do I? No.
Yeah.
Not even close. But it's just another ploy. And this is things when people are selling things in stores and they're like, well, do you have a PC at home? And the idiot consumer's like, yeah. Well, if you buy an Xbox, most of their own games, like, let's just, we're stepping in the future, Halo and Gears and Quantum Break and, I know those games. Well, you're going to get two versions. You're going to get the PC version and you're going to get the Xbox version. All in one purchase? Yeah. Well, let me take two. You know what I mean? Like, literally, that's just how people talk when they're in Best Buy. They're not that's why the trolls and the Twitter people and the YouTube people, when they talk and do videos, people are like, Mooch, did you see your comment section? I'm like, no. Yeah. That's like if I went and gave a speech at a fucking kindergarten and I was like concerned that the kids were pissed off at me. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Like, that's a bunch of trolls.
Well, can I ask you guys something? Not coming from me. I'm just playing devil's advocate here on the other side. I'm just asking, do you think maybe Microsoft overestimates the appeal of having some cross-buy and stuff like that? Because Albert Penello came out of hibernation the other day and started tweeting, and he's like, it's good that our games are going to be able to be played by more people, but I'm a little bit it shocked me that not everybody was really into this, right? And so I just kind of replied to him, look, I'm a hardcore console guy, right? I've been on a console for over 25 years. I've never game on PC, and I certainly, it's because he goes, according to our research, most Xbox owners also game on PC and phones. And I says, I don't know about that because I don't know a single Xbox gamer that also games on PC consistent or at all or a phone ever. I never do. You know what I mean? So, and I told him that. I mean, I was like, my mom plays on the phone and PC, Candy Crush and whatever the hell crap. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they actually think that this might be a little bit bigger, like kill shot or something that's going to actually do something a little bit more. Just I'm not saying that I think that. I just think that maybe they think that it's going to be this killer feature, and I'm not sure that it is. Sort of like, do you remember when everybody was talking about Sony doing that share play stuff, and now you don't hear anybody talking about it? But at the time, everybody's like, "This is a killer app."
I don't know where they get the survey information from.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But everybody's like, this is a killer app, right? This is going to be a killer thing. Goodbye Xbox, right? Or even backwards compatibility, right? They're like, so long PlayStation. Here's the killer thing, right? It's like these things will have their place, but they're not going to like,
appeal
I guess,
to
light
everyone.
the world on fire. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
you know what? I think again.
that's why I came around. Like, I'm not like people are like, oh, you're mad, you're this, you're that, right? Look, I'm the first one to admit if Halo, Gears, Forza go, and I'm not 100% sure they will, that'll sting. But as far as I'm concerned, at worst, I get a free PC version code in my games from now on that I'm not going to use. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yeah, we can hear you. Show.
Who the hell is this?
That's right.
Oh, well, we can kind of hear you.
Woo!
Well, I'm actually driving. I'm sneaking, talking to y'all.
You think I had to run off with those last-minute flowers?
Hey, I'm trying to sneak in real quick, man, while my wife in the store real fast. I'm like, let me go ahead and holler at my brothers. I'm trying not to get in trouble, but I just want to sit here and show y'all some love, man. Tell y'all, man, hopefully we can do something tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, man, there could be some news tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Alright. I'm gonna dip on out, man. I just wanted to show y'all some love.
Have fun. Have
All
fun,
right.
Joe, man.
You gotta then show hop in this motherfucker like you beat me up, Scotty.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He did.
You know what happened? I
What
thought I tweeted out the link to the podcast to the on Twitter.
You're gonna start getting
shit.
2 girls, 1 cup. I got that one time. Remember, Mooch?
Yeah. Like what the fuck?
I remember.
We were on a fucking podcast one time, me and Mooch,
Yeah, what
and
happened?
somebody fucking just joined with that two girls, 1 cup bullshit, dude. Like eating shit and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
You only sent it out to people in the know, so I don't know how the hell that
Who
happened.
the fuck was that that
Yeah.
joined in?
Oh, it was some random
just some
dude.
random person.
Crap had a block.
Like, and it like. Yeah, and then luckily it was at the end of the podcast, so I just cut that shit out.
Oh.
Like I just edited it down so that because that shit could get you kind of in trouble. But
what
yeah, what the hell were we
What was he doing? Eating shit?
dude, you never heard of that? 2 girls, 1 cup. It's 2 girls like sharing shit, like eating it and like.
Oh,
Yeah,
somebody put that in your live stream?
Yeah, like at the end, some random person joined with that shit playing on the fucking screen.
Oh my
Right,
god!
but it was right at the end of the podcast, so I ended the podcast, and then once it uploaded, I just clipped it. So I clipped the last 5 minutes off, so nobody could
damn.
see it. You know
But
what I mean? Like,
all right,
yeah.
damn, that's fucking disgusting. But anyway, I was saying.
I know, right?
I think that most people that are that were in fear, they don't want their Xbox as we know it. We don't want it to go anywhere. We don't want it to change. You know what I mean? And I think, and I always say that I think that a lot of times because. I guess the people that have been most vocal about it are the people that are, because we are a very small group, the most vocal, the vocal minority, and it's not peaches and cream between PC and the Xbox division. You know what I mean? It's not. For whatever they can't stand us, and which I think is the silliest shit in the world. But we looking like damn.
It is.
We looking like again like damn, like we just don't want the Xbox brand. And like I said, I've been here since 2001. I don't want that being a service. I don't want I want my games, and fucking my part of me don't want to share. You know what I mean? My experiences, with those guys, they don't fucking respect us anyway. You know what I mean? It's in my pocket. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just hope, like I said, there's a lot of things that have to be hashed out for us. That will,
I think even the biggest Xbox fan can agree that Microsoft's messaging, even in this, is piss poor at best. I mean, come on. No matter if you like this stuff or you think Happy Days or whatever, this messaging and their message in general, and those that will damage control and go, well, Phil's been saying this for a long time. Phil says a lot of stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thought on it. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, in Phil we trust, right? Win 10 fam, am I right? Can I get a hallelujah? Come on, but still, let's just
with Phil.
let's
It's
just
funny. Phil is actually, and the one thing that I think that they do have done properly at Microsoft is they know how to mix and match words. So it's not that Phil's ever not said it. It's just that he said it scrambled. You know what I mean? He says things scrambled. So a lot of times when Phil says something, I don't really run with it too often. The only one that I've run with that in recent too, crap, and you were questioning it, but I think it's solid, is that we are going to see we're calling it Xbox 2, Xbox Infinity, whatever you want to call it. We're going to see something of that nature in hardware in the future. There's going to be some new hardware. There's no doubt about it, because PS5 is definitely a thing. So with that definitely being a thing, Microsoft's not going to wave the white flag and just leave, regardless of what's going on with Win Ted family. So it's not
It's funny, too funny.
I'm sorry.
That's too funny.
So
back in character, crap. I love Win 10 family. Woo! Let's go. Let's get it. We're all one happy family. I think we should invite our most heated rivals, those PC guys, and just sit down and powwow and just be buddy because we're all one happy family now. We are all supporting Microsoft, and that's all that counts at the end of the day. Is being a family and getting more games made on the Xbox One.
You know what? Honestly, I think Microsoft, again, they're a business. It's one thing I can say with them. They're all about making a dollar. And this is, I guess I would love to see how many they sell on PC, whether it's 50,000 copies, 40, whatever they sell on PC. You know what I mean? They're all about making a dollar. So, but I guess people were shocked. They don't want, their brand. They don't want it to change. You know what I mean? Like, people got shocked and shit about the DRM. Some people felt like, well, all our games are going to, PC. Like, what are they going to get rid of the Xbox division? People like, the sky was falling, man. Like, what the fuck is going on? They don't look at it like that. Like, no, we're just putting the game over there. But Microsoft had to, there was be some type of backlash, because now they wouldn't have waited till the last minute to say that, the game Quantum Break was going to, Windows 10 or PC or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
Windows 10.
Aaron Greenberg did also come out and come out and tell us that we're going to have more exclusives to announce this year, just specifically for the console and stuff. So,
more. But damn, this thing. What do we have coming out this year?
Well, we've got Quantum Break, Killer Instinct Season 3, Forza Horizon 3, which actually got leaked, which is pretty cool. Recore, Gears 4, Sea of Thieves, Fable Legends. Let me think. Halo Wars 2. There's so much shit coming. Crackdown. At least the multiplayer part or beta or what have you. There's stuff coming out that we don't even know about apparently. So it'll be a good year, I think. I think it's going to be a good year for both platforms. I just think it just depends on if people can get games.
How many of those games only on the Xbox One? Besides that, we don't know about Gears of War 4. We don't know about Forza Horizon.
Right now, just Gears is the only one listed.
And Forza Horizon 3.
Yeah, and Forza Horizon 3. Yep.
We don't know. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, again, like I said, it's kind of like because you still have to, again, you have to sell your hardware. You know what I mean? You got to leave some, like I still come from the, family that you have to leave some things exclusive to your platform.
I talked to a few people and I was like, well, do you think that they'll do Halo and stuff? And then somebody that, I talked to a few different people and they go, I don't think they're going to announce Halo on there yet, or at least not. Like, some people are like, well, maybe they'll release the Master Chief Collection. And the only reason why, and I don't even mind that, but check this out, because I think what they're going to announce at this Windows event is that the PC or Windows 10 is getting backwards compatibility titles with 360. So they'll be able to play Halo 4, 3, Halo Anniversary.
How would you put a 360 game inside your PC?
Well, if you had it digitally, you might be able to buy it in the store or whatever. Or if you have a game, I guess you could just, like how they do it on the Xbox One. It's not actually reading your disc. You put your disc in, and then it reads it, you know what I'm saying? And then you download it, you know what I'm saying? I can see them doing that. Or if you have it digitally, you can just download it. I have a feeling they're going to announce 360 backwards compatibility. So in a way, I think that PC gamers are going to get to play Halo 4, Halo 3, Halo 1 Anniversary, and all that.
With that being said again, now with that being said, like you're saying, with that being said, it's like I said, go back to they get everything that we're getting, and they don't have to pay for Xbox Live.
And I think, and now follow me with this. I think we're gonna be getting more value for that. They're either going to lower the price that we pay for online, or they're going to start adding in more stuff like maybe a vault service like EA Access, maybe the music services, maybe a couple movie rentals a month. Because for me, $60 a year, you need to be getting more than fucking zeros and whatever the hell else they're giving you. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's just not worth it. They got to be hearing that outcry. If you're an Xbox person and you're like, okay, even if you're okay with the games going to PC, how can you be okay with paying money and supporting PC gamers' online habits playing the same games you are?
That's
you know what I mean?
There's gonna be some sort of I don't know the word I'm looking here for, but there's gonna be some sort of restitution, okay, for us, because you can't just have us paying $60 and them not. They hear us loud and clear on that. Now, whether they lower the price to $30, they lower it to $20, they give you more services. Who knows? Or like the vault system. Actually, that's a hell of an idea, Crap. I don't know if you just came up with that or you heard it from somebody.
No, I heard it. I heard it along the lines. Yeah. Why not put that on there? You know what I mean?
What do you mean about vault system? What do you mean
Basically,
about that?
what EA Access is, but for Xbox games. So, like, if you don't own like a bunch of 360 games, every month or 2 months, a game goes into the vault. It's a AAA game, and it's never to leave the vault. So as long as you're a gold member, you can download the game. And have it, and I mean,
play it, like EA Access, you get more deals, and not only that, I could see them doing something like that for us console owners, and I can even see them offering a subscription service to PC, but they can't make it so you can't play. What they're going to do is they're going to go, okay, get PC Gold, where you can get 2 free games a month or what. You know what I'm saying? I have a feeling they're going to have an optional PC service, sort of like how PlayStation Plus
okay, you talking about PC Go? They pirated a lot of their goddamn games, so
yeah, I mean that's probably true. Yeah, but I could still see them offering something along those lines, right?
Well,
or maybe if you want the backwards compatible games, they might do that. You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna have a really hard time pirating games out of the Windows Store. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, there's supposed to be no bootlegging.
That's supposed to be one hell. Don't get me wrong. I mean, never say never, right? But it's definitely going to be a lot more work.
Well, here's the thing: if you're tied to Windows, they'll ban your shit. Yeah, they'll ban you. Like everything's connected. When I sign into my PC when it restarts when I restart it, I have to sign into my live account. You know what I mean? All that shit's connected. So if you're a PC gamer and you're using Windows 10 and you're stealing shit and they pick up that you're hacking their games, you're getting banned.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're done. So I don't know if it's going to be as, who knows? We'll have to see what happens. But I've heard that it's getting harder and harder to kind of crack these games anyway. So and some places are giving up. They're like, we're giving up for a year. We're not going to crack anything for a year. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we'll see kind of what happens with that. I just don't think that, just as far as I'm concerned, I think that there is a way that you could do some sort of paid service on PC, just not force it on them, like give them backwards compatibility or, give them a Vault 2 or something. You know what I'm saying? But don't you think that would be a win-win for people if they go backwards compatibility Halos on Win 10, but no Halo 5 or no Gears 4? You know what I mean?
Right.
Then they can play the older games that we don't really give a shit about, and they'll be like, yay, placated.
But here's the thing, it still comes in effect, and they're making the playing field because you can't compete against a mouse and keyboard.
Well, no.
Well, yeah, they're not gonna. They're never gonna make us play against mouse and keyboard. No. Even that gigantic. I don't know if you played the beta. It's crossplay with PC. You can either pick servers, and that's not even that game. I guess wouldn't even matter if you're PC or not. But that game has servers that are set to where you can play against PC if you want, or just other console gamers. And I would assume that that anything that comes to PC and is crossplay would definitely be, separate those two. And I think that what you're going to see as well, which won't make people happy because they think PC version means best version, they're making one version of these games, the Xbox One version, and then they're porting it because that's the lesser hardware. So they make the Xbox One version, and then they're porting that version to PC. They're not doing it the other way around because it makes it simple to start with the lesser hardware. Right. You know what I mean? So they're not getting some souped-up version, and we're not getting some dumbed-down version. And they might even, for multiplayer games, have to put a frames per second lock on the games if you're competitive. Like, you can't put I heard Killer Instinct has a FPS lock because it's crossplay, and you can't have us playing 60 frames per second and someone on PC 120.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to keep things fair.
Right.
Yeah, well, that is true. That is true. That is true.
And those are things that Mike Ibarra on a podcast that I watched him on a while back. It was just before the holiday. He said these are things that in the future, if this was all to come to fruition, that they're aware of, and there's like you said, crap. There's no way they would allow that to happen. It doesn't. There's no feng shui. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's not a concern I have at all in the least. Any
They
games
need
that we
to address
play-
that though.
Right.
100%.
Oh, they are. They are. He
Yeah.
said it. I mean, he's in charge of that. So it was good to hear him say that. I mean, Aaron Greenberg saying it. You know, Aaron Greenberg is paid to be like he's the PR guy. You know, he's the guy that says, you know, Mike Ibarra is a technical expert. So when he starts talking about it, then I know this is going on or it's not going on. You can be rest assured when you play a game that is cross-play with the PC and the Xbox One, the game is designed so that there is equality on both sides. And if there isn't, it'll be a very fast patch within a day or two to level it out. You know what I mean? That's just not something I lose sleep over. You know, I do think that there needs to be something addressed. I think that whatever they're going to do on this February 24th, 25th event, I think that we're going to, I definitely think, especially with the uproar, I think that you're going to hear a little bit of something, a little bone thrown towards Xbox One owners.
I don't know if we're gonna get anything.
You'll get
but
something. I don't know if it's something you're going to really want to like retweet, but it's going to be something.
It's a lot. It's a lot that has to be not be done, but yeah, it is. So people want to know. I guess when comes this Windows event, Windows event, Xbox event. When it comes to the event, and when's it in 2 weeks? Next week?
It's
the 25th. So we
not
are
this
2
week.
weeks.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks or whatever. I guess maybe let us know what the future of the Xbox One is for people right now.
Yeah,
So
hey,
guys
and to
follow.
you guys in the chat box that are like Xbox done, look, if you're just a console gamer and you go into a Walmart or whatever and you seen that Quantum Break ad, you're gonna pick up Quantum Break on the only console you can. It's Xbox One.
That's right.
It's not like it's on PS4, guys. Come on. If you're that's like people are like, hey, what's the point in getting an Xbox One?
No, they're
It depends. Like, look, if you want to go PC, go PC. But if you're just a lifelong console gamer and you like the Xbox games, you're gonna get an Xbox One.
Like I said, what's the point in getting Street Fighter, getting a PS4? I can get Street Fighter 5 on Steam. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently you got some racists in the chat box next year. You got to ban some
okay,
people.
let me go.
It's
to
a
the thing
fake
now.
Bond who's in there like
Like, why people got to come with the bullshit?
He's a
Like,
fake Bond, but probably works for Bond.
probably
like,
is him
what's his
just
name?
on a
What's his
fake
name?
account.
What's the guy's
His name's
name?
Blank Bond.
Oh,
That's
shit.
even his picture. I mean, that's scary enough. But come on.
I mean, remove
You
block
know.
user.
Yeah. So anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, win 10 fam guys. But anyway, like if you're an Xbox dude or if you're just a console dude, like let's just say you've grown up with consoles and you have a PS4 and you don't really give a shit about PC like the majority of us, you're gonna want to get an Xbox One to play this game. I don't really see this being a thing because first of all, the PC to run it is expensive. You know, now there's all kinds of other questions later on for the next one or whatever. I see people. You know, people saying just like I did, you know, you got to have some kind of exclusive to kick, even if it's timed. You know, and I still hold back. I still hold that back. You know what I'm saying? I still think you got to have some stuff. You know, and I think just like us. I mean, isn't it going to hurt if we hear on the 25th
No.
Halo Gears and Forza going?
Not really.
Come on, Mooch.
Sorry, man. It doesn't matter. It's like talking about the boogeyman, man. It doesn't exist. Who cares?
Some
Who
kind
is
of-
it? So you're upset that Gears is going to be played
you
by
know,
a quote unquote like a Black Bond type person or somebody on PC? Who cares?
Well,
you know what?
yeah.
You know what? It does because again,
Why?
we deal with this console, quote unquote warrior, and the Xbox is having exclusives, yada 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 yada. If we didn't deal with that shit, we wouldn't even think about it. Just being, you know.
Yeah, that's part of it, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't even think about it.
Well,
you know.
the Flash is back, and that person's more racist than the fake Black Bond. Jesus
that's
Christ!
great. The Flash.
I'm out here
Come
now.
on, what is wrong with you guys? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying, that nobody cares except for these ass clowns.
Like, who the fuck says around make
Yeah.
stock accounts to happen and the fuck?
That's what these are the only people that are making fun of the fact that Xbox has two platforms with Gears on it or Halo. It really doesn't matter, crap. I'm dead serious. Like, it's something that we've almost made up over the course of the past 5-6 years on YouTube, etc. It doesn't matter. It makes no difference at all. Like, look, all right, ready? Can you imagine the first meeting at Starbucks in the big office over in Seattle, and someone's like, what if we grind the beans and sell them in grocery stores? Somebody was probably like, fire that man. Because they were like, we're making $6 a cup when people walk into our stores. Now you want them to make it at home? Are you crazy? I don't want them making it at home. I want $6 a cup. I'm making 6,000% when they walk into my store. But it's not what happened, is it? No. Just because you can make Starbucks coffee in your kitchen doesn't mean you don't go pay $6 while you're standing in the airport. You still do it.
But also too, though, I mean, I guess you'd say also to this, Mooch, is the Xbox One. Let's be honest, it doesn't get a fair shake as the PlayStation 4 as far as the media.
Naturally.
You know, like no one's talking about Street Fighter 5 on PC. They talk it up like it's only on the PlayStation 4. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
And you know, people, and so again, like I said, like you know, and people will say, you know what? There's no reason to buy a Xbox One because I can get Quantum Break on, which you really got to have a beefy array to run. But right now, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, Steam right now, Street Fighter 5 is $30 on Steam. No one's talking about that. Like I really just said it. Like I know I keep saying it over and over again, but again, no one is talking about that whatsoever. You know what I mean?
Why would they?
But let's know that this shit here, where this media setup is not, you know, it's not fair. It's not the way that it is. I mean, you know. But again, I just my only fear is again, I just don't want what I've grown to love, my console, because I am a console. The reason why I do prefer the console because of the community. You know what I mean? I do have a very, very capable raid. I just like the community here on console. I like the simplicity of console.
You're the best example I could give. You're the best analogy there is. You've got a fully capable PC.
Yeah.
And you're never on it.
No.
I actually have a fully capable PC, and I'm never gaming on it.
I don't have a fully capable PC, and I'm not going to get one. You know what I mean? Like, my point is that's what I'm saying to you guys. It's really just a made-up concern.
What about this that we didn't think about? We didn't talk about this on BGST. What if Microsoft is setting us up for the next console? So
exactly.
So we got the Xbox Infinity, and by them putting all of their AAA games, whatever, on Windows 10, and what if they acquire AMD? And I don't know how AMD cards go, but they give us something on the level of a Titan, you know what I mean, in their next console. And you heard the surveys from Valve that most people's rigs are not more powerful than the fucking Wii U, you know what I mean? Then they will attract in the PC crowd.
The closer that Microsoft makes the next console to a gaming PC, the better we are for consumers. We're going to get one powerful son of a bitchin' box. Yeah. And that's what I was trying to say. Crap, remember when you said a console is defined by its exclusives? That was last generation. This generation moving forward, a console is only graded and based upon its power. And that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it could
will come second.
But here's the thing. Here's what gets tricky with next generation, because Sony, honestly, they're doing a pretty decent job with catering to the traditional console crowd. If they just come out with a traditional console that does keep exclusives, and Microsoft decides to launch something that's odd that doesn't, you know, like
not so much odd.
That's what. Well, I mean, look. I wouldn't say odd, but look, because the next generation could cost $500, and most people, if you already have a PC, hardcore, because look, you have to attract the hardcore first, right? And a lot of hardcore might have PC, right? So why, if you're thinking, well, I already have kind of a decent PC, I could get the next Xbox or invest $500 that would cost into fixing up my PC and play even better versions. Or what have you know what I'm saying? Then that could hamper them. And I have seen a little bit from people I know that actually recently bought one or took it back because of this news. You know what I mean? And thankfully they could, because again, one of the reasons I was pissed off was because Microsoft denied it coming to PC, and then people could go buy an Xbox that didn't need one because they had a good PC, and now they come out and go, oh well, by the way, PC too. You know what I mean? Right. So I think that you know. There could be some hampering going on with there, you know, that could hurt. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know if it's going to be as big as what people think, maybe a few thousand or whatever. But
I think, again, as far as Microsoft next console, all they have to do, they have to come out. There should be your biggest competitor, and Sony's always, you know what Sony's end game always been, well, not but since the PlayStation 3, or even with the PSP and the Vita, that we have the most powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that, you know, again, you know, and and before, like I said, you had the Windows 10 and the DirectX 12. What was, don't get me wrong, if everything that the Xbox was meant to do would have been there day one, I think we wouldn't be having this conversation. The fact that they took the Kinect out the box, you know what I mean?
Well, Kinect is dead. I mean, they obviously they're
okay.
going.
And if Quantum Break is an indicative of what can be done on the Xbox One with the DirectX 12, you know what I mean? That's where you had that from day one. You know what I mean? Could you imagine Rise with the DirectX 12? Forget about it. You understand what I'm saying?
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. But as far as the next console, Microsoft has to cover the bases. Make sure your competitor can do nothing that your console can do and still offer more. You know what I mean? And make sure they can like I said, for them being the most powerful console, that can happen again next generation.
As long as the next console is the most powerful console.
Yeah.
They could have all the games on PC. They can have anything they want to do. Trust me, it can even have a $500 price tag because it's justified when it's the most powerful console. Trust me.
That's all
hey, Mooch, did you see, like, you watched the Shaggy interview that they did, right?
Yeah, I did.
And he had some points, even though, like, he seems like an okay guy, to be honest with you, right? Yes. Like, I sat back and I looked at it and I think this guy probably gets more shit than I get. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's got to deal with people like us, people worse than us.
I heard he was still mad about the thing we did about him too.
He is. I mean, you could tell. He's like he would never do our podcast, but he did a podcast with people that.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean that's fine. You know what I mean? Because look, the first thing we would have asked really tough questions. You know what I mean? They kind of pussyfoot around. You kind of get that why they would have to do that.
But he said so much that I honestly I forgot all about this shit that we did. But I got the memory of a fucking cucumber, man. But anyway, what's going on with you saying crap?
Well, he said that you only get a first chance to make a first impression, and Microsoft's first impression was bad. Mm-hmm. He said that he would like to see what the next Xbox could be, just fully designed by Phil Spencer with his ideas in mind. Just the power, and just let the next Xbox and next PlayStation, no fuck ups between them, just bounce head to head. You know what I mean? And then may the best man win. Because right now you've got all the perception stuff, you got the reveal stuff, you've got misinformation, you've got a lot of the Xbox brand is just literally kind of soiled right now, and I think that everybody would like to see that, like just a console, both of them, none of them fucking up, just going head to head, and I think that's what we'll see. But he's himself. Yeah, and he goes to 360. The reason why that did so great was because it's that initial push that does that. Everybody got one. It came out early. It was great. It had great games. People in the playground were like, man, you got to get the 360. That's legit, and they did. You know what I mean? People early got the PS4 because of, they thought you couldn't play games on Xbox. And then once all your friends got PS4s, then you had to get one. Because if you have 5 gaming friends and 5 gaming friends pick PS4, even if you want an Xbox One, you're getting a PS4 first. The Xbox One might be the afterthought or the thought, down the road. But right now, it's not, and so I think that they are conceding the console race, and that's fine by me. You know what I mean? But I think that you have to set yourself up and you have to think. How like the Assassin's Creed, the stories were very convoluted. Like you're like, where are they going with it? They were going with that 2012 bullshit, and you knew that shit was gonna have to change up. And now like the stories are just kind of all over the place because they didn't have an end game for that. Microsoft has to be careful with what they're doing because you don't want to go into next generation and not have any exclusives because that's what people are going to buy these things at the beginning because there's going to be, you know what I mean? You have to have something, a couple things at least, you know what I mean? Like you have to have something, maybe something new or whatever, and then maybe 6 months to a year later you can maybe do your Win 10 fam thing. But I think that oh shit, dude! You might want to ban this Ralph person. I'm just saying.
Another one?
Yeah.
Jesus, fuck.
Jesus, that's what I'm saying. What is with you people?
Honestly, maybe doing it during the day is not the way to go. There's more jackasses awake.
Well, no, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna be honest. Since this Quantum Break stuff and everything, these clowns are like
they're
out of force. I don't think it has anything to do with the time because we get the same stuff. So
yeah, true.
Yeah, so I think
I know these motherfucking weirdos.
Hey,
You know,
dude, I don't understand it. How do people get that? Like, I don't know. Just
I don't know, but fucking,
shit's
enough.
gross.
I was just looking at something. This is I was looking at something the other day about the internet and trolls and shit. Like motherfuckers don't know they can actually get in trouble for that. Saying
Yeah.
shit like that and cyberbullying and homophobic shit and racist shit. Like I don't like I just ignore this shit, but you can actually motherfuckers go to jail for that shit. I was looking, they got a division in California behind it, blocking motherfuckers, knocking on your door.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, here's the thing. Like, there's cyberbullying. There's all that stuff. Like just a quick, like, no, not to bring up people that are fans or whatever, like that Titanfall Princess stuff. That stuff, if she wanted to pursue it, could have shut down anyone that was doing those videos about her, right?
yeah.
Like, they could have been in trouble for what's considered side. That's why you got to be careful when you do stuff or do videos. Like, they could have really, that could have fucked them people up. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
she took the
Yeah,
high
like
road.
yeah, she did. So it's like you got to be careful. Like, same thing with Twitter. Anytime all your tweets, even if you delete your tweets, they're saved in a database somewhere, right? And they can always access them and your IP and all that stuff. So any of these people that does this stuff, there are different places you can report it to. So I always think that that's interesting. And that's why you don't really see me harassing people or anything like that, because there's always somebody out there that can take some kind of action against you. Like, even the people just going in the chat. Guess what? Your IP is there. You
Oh,
know what I
wait, wait,
mean?
wait, wait, wait. They got a new update. Oh, check it out. It says here, update Microsoft Chief of Staff Devices and Studio Groups Aaron Greenberg commented in a quite clear-cut way. Ridiculous. I can't people would even believe something like this. But anyway, they're coming up that Amazon maybe what are you talking about? That guy Peter died. Wasn't he disproven already? Insider Pete died has a pretty good track record for the sources saying that today he dropped something quite interesting. According to him, Microsoft's in talk with Amazon to transfer property of the Xbox One division to the giant online retail corporation.
No.
I think that's an old article, dude.
What it says here, shit.
That's old.
Well, it is old, motherfucker. They tagged this. I see February 15th, motherfucker. They got, hey, listen, they got this shit in bang, man. I get 1,000 alerts. Oh, this is old. Yeah, this is old. Sorry, proceed.
I'll tell you right now, man. It's clear, and Phil's come out and said it with saying Satya Nadella's name, saying that they have the Xbox brand in mind for quite some time. So now the fact of people who think Amazon's coming in and Amazon, you know what Amazon did? They made a fucking Fire Stick that doesn't even work for games.
But no, Amazon just made a Windows 10 an engine for free.
Yeah, they made an engine. Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
For free that developers can use to make games, whatever the case may be. But
It's a slippery slope you go into when you're even as big as Amazon or Apple when you want to get into the gaming world. Because remember, I think that's what's his face was saying. Peter Morris said it on an interview. Phil said it, and the Seamus guy that you had there, crap. Literally, they've all said that when you get into that, that's a large chunk of money you got to put into hardware. So. These companies, this is all the media running with these stupid little troll clips and clickbait shit, but there's no way Amazon's jumping in head first right now. Will they get involved to some degree? Maybe be a publisher? Maybe
Why would you get
like
into to consoles now when they're literally the end for them is,
right,
as we know it, is pretty much done. So
Right, exactly. There's probably one more generation of consoles, and then it's going to go into another. The gaming will still be around, but where it goes, you can't even begin to speculate.
Yeah,
maybe consoles that could be updated every 3-4 years, maybe.
you can't expect people to be smart enough to do that. People were talking about that earlier today on Twitter, and I just kind of humor them. You can't just little Timmy and them. Timmy's mom is just not gonna fucking take the console back in every couple of years.
Man, they can make it something like a hard drive, like with the 360s, detachable hard drive. If they sell it like that, just push the button down, click it out, put another piece in, click, and keep it moving.
The add-ons and stuff have all notoriously. I mean, who's going to go in? And that's like setting yourself, especially because Sony's not going to do that. They're just going to come out with a powerful machine that's going to be basic and play better graphics. Don't get caught up in overthinking it. Microsoft just needs to, because I think all this stuff is going to die down. Like Sony does, they don't even talk about their game streaming service or Play Anywhere on the Vita or those phones or any. They don't even talk about that stuff anymore because the average hardcore console gamer isn't interested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that this stuff, if you're excited for it, cool. Maybe it'll pan out. But for most of us, I think it's just going to be a stupid code that we're going to throw away or give away on first-party games. And if you're happy and you want to use your Microsoft Watch or whatever to game, then cool, man. But for me, there's never a place where I'm at where I have freedom to game on something portable. You know what I'm saying? That I'm either working or driving. When I'm home, I can game on my console. Who wouldn't want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna pick up, you say, oh well, I can game on my 65-inch TV, or I can game on this Surface. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, it's a fucking easy. It's so stupid to to say that the Xbox One's irrelevant or whatever. For me, it's always going to be consoles. And the day that I can't play a traditional console, and the next Xbox will have to be traditional, we'll have to have a disc drive because it's going to have to be backwards compatible. And since so many people still buy discs, you're going to have a place to put your damn discs. That's just how it is.
I think what even as far as backwards compatible, both of them are going to be, because they're both x86. I don't think the backwards that would be an issue. But you're still physical format's still gonna be it, because you need GameStop and Best Buy and those stores to sell your hardware. So I don't think the physical media is going anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey,
we might have to do something tomorrow too, because I know Mooch has to go. And
okay, no problem.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I did it.
We can get
on slated for a 2 to 4, and my 4 o'clock threshold is coming too.
Okay, no problem. We can.
I love hanging out.
I still hold that back.
Hold up, my bad.
But if we do have a part 2, which I believe Tim Dog and Show are available tomorrow.
350 people watching us live.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, what up, guys? Thanks for coming out. Yeah. Enjoy your day watching us losers.
This Win 10 event, we appreciate it. You know what I mean? But how long we been? We can get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, we got that Win 10 fam. Make sure go to the Redbubble link, man. # Win 10 fam.
Bang bang bang. And also to get some big game of small talk merchandise. Yeah. You guys use to get some of the guys to E3 that's going to decide to go. We appreciate the love and support. And thank you for rocking out with us, man. We appreciate it, man. We hop on tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. What are you doing? You see us between now and somewhere.
Yeah, rack them up, guys.
We out here. Bang, bang.